New Wave Podcast. You know what I'm saying? In here like episode 26, 27. Like I say every episode, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the New Wave Podcast. Get my subscriptions up so y'all could just start seeing all this content I'm dropping. The interviews are growing. The guests are growing. I got Brennan in here.
Yo.
I got John Geiger in here. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How you, brother?
Good.
Back for the holidays?
Yep.
Yeah.
Family in McKees Rocks.
The
More
Rocks.
like, what is that? Not Montour, but I don't know what area that is. It's like, I guess you could say McKees Rocks.
Yeah.
Kennedy Township.
Kennedy Township.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you big in the shoe culture, John. You big in the shoe culture.
Fashion.
Fashion Complex named you top 25 influential
People. Yeah.
people in shoes. Huffington Post says you revamped it.
Sneaker
Did
game.
your research?
Yeah. John big out here, man. We got a big interview ahead of us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you was in London like last week or something.
Yeah, I was in London.
Yeah.
Met with a store called Farfetched. I don't know if you're into like high-end clothes, but they carry a lot of the stuff that you see people wearing. It's like an online, so it'd be a big retailer to pick up my shoes.
Right.
Word.
Right.
Okay. So you just dropped like I think just this past summer your own shoe, right?
Mhm.
Which is called the John
001s.
001s.
Uh-huh.
And do you have them on your feet or
No.
he has them on?
Yeah, he has them on.
Phil got
Show-
them
show
on.
me.
He has
Yeah,
a
quick.
Python on.
Yeah.
Fire.
So
Shout out to Phil.
Yeah.
we're
He's one of my friends that actually like want, a lot of people, I don't want to throw anybody by a bus, but a lot of people will hit me up like, yo, I need this and I need that. Phil buys some, I'll throw him some. Phil
Right.
buys some, I'll throw him some. He supports as just a friend, so,
yeah.
those people you got to keep around.
Right.
Where all can you get those at?
They're actually all sold out at the moment, but they'll be on, I'm dropping the yellow Python on Monday, Cyber Monday.
Yellow Python?
Yeah, yellow Pythons.
You got them in black, the yellow. Don't you have an orange one?
Yeah,
or is it like
those-
pumpkin color?
Yeah, those were in summer. They're sold out. They're currently in retailer in Philly called Lapstone Hammer.
Where okay. So let's take it back real quick. You said you went to Point Park yourself, right?
Mhm.
Was you into fashion back then?
Yeah, actually, I was going to school for criminal justice, and a lot of the professors at that time would always say to me, like, you got to quit wearing funny clothes. They would call it funny clothes and sneakers because when you graduate, you're going to be wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah.
Things come full circle.
Yeah. So like, what got you into fashion? Like, what did you used to do to like express yourself? I don't know, like just
Yeah. Where did it start? Was it some high school? Like,
I would probably say growing up as a kid,
Okay.
I'd always started with footwear, just
Okay.
like I think everybody did. Nowadays, it's kind of like you start your outfit with that.
What shoes was you rocking back then? Like, what was the shoes to rock?
My dad really heavily put me on the Jordans when I was younger, but I was more into like the guys that, like I never wore Jordans and thought I was gonna like jump from the foul line. You know what I'm saying? I was white, didn't have really hops, I could shoot the ball, but I was more into like Rodman, Matt Geiger because he had my last name, people like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Robins were fired. The joints
Yeah.
that tied on the side, those were
I wore those. It's
my
funny
fifth
'cause
grade.
it's funny when you say that the outside people outside of Pittsburgh, always say like I wore Rodmans for Kennywood Day. No one really understands that.
Yeah.
So Kennywood was you got your fit right for Kennywood,
Yeah.
but I remember wearing those.
Yeah,
I don't remember
no
what year
one
it
else
was.
at the cities understands the importance
Nah,
of
nah.
that.
Or if you
Nobody.
say like Kennywood's open, they'll be like, what? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Those Robins had that big ass swoosh on them, man. Them
Yeah.
things was fire.
yeah, I remember I had like the blue, it was like navy blue and white.
Right.
Yeah.
So growing up, what was your favorite kick? Like, what was the kick that you needed to get? Like, you had to have it.
I think it was Air Force Ones, and I think it grew into that because at one point we couldn't afford Jordans really.
Right.
But I was more so like I could get 2 pairs of Jordans for the price. I mean, 2 pairs of Air Force Ones for the price of Jordans. So
Right.
I was going to David's.
Right.
I lived in Bloomfield, so I'd ride a bike to David's
Okay.
and get them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were in Bloomfield.
Yeah, I grew up in Bloomfield, Lawrenceville.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. You see how the city has changed?
My gram still lives there.
Okay.
When they built the Children's Hospital, they tried to push her out, but she's still there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Stay.
So
Stay.
like after Point Park, you didn't graduate, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, because you said you was here for a year. I didn't know what you meant by
Yeah.
when you said you was here for a year.
I went to Clarion, then I transferred to CCAC,
Okay.
and then I went to Point Park.
Okay. So after Point Park, like, what was the next step that got you into like the fashion realm?
I graduated criminal justice, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. But my friend at that time had played football, which is Duravius. He had played for the Jets, and he was like, come up, hop on this team, and do it that way. And I kind of just like worked my way in New York. And I started managing. I wanted to manage athletes because when I was working with Darrell, I kind of got thrown into the fire because
Okay.
at that time he was like Revis Island. It was huge, but he was just like take over these endorsement deals. He had fired a couple people. He had 2 people working it, and I just did it by myself. And I remember like my first week in New York, we had gone to restaurants I probably never would have been in. And we had met with somebody, and they were telling me how they were co-owner of Range Rover, not like a dealership, but like actual like Land Rover, like worldwide. And he was like, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, and then we're gonna talk about some stuff. Within like 5 days, I landed my first like deal for Revis, which was Land Rover, Range Rover worldwide. They gave us 2 Range Rovers, one for me, one for him, and he got like $200,000 a year to endorse them. So I took over all his endorsements after that.
Word.
Yeah. Which was like Google, Motorola. Motorola was huge at the time. Remember like Ocho Cinco News Network?
Yep.
They were like they were they were going at each other at that time. So that was big. Nike, Range Rover, Motorola, Google, Nike.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did the Nike campus? I understand with the rail, but was there anyone else outside of that kind of got you like integrated in the whole campus?
When we would go out there that's how the whole thing started basically with the footwear. It was when we would go out there for the meetings, like I don't know if you know, but if you start working on like a KD, they're probably working on KD like 8s now. I don't know what they're on, but
okay.
At that time they were gonna give Revis a shoe, and I was the one going to all the meetings. And shortly after that, they realized like I knew what the hell I was talking about. So I got brought in for that shoe, that project, and there was the Zoom Revis 1 that we worked on that for like 2 years, and I got royalty checks for that. So Ken Link was the designer, and I tell everybody to this day because they think I designed the shoe, but if you say you were in like the say you're in the studio with like Beyonce and you're like, yo, you should do this, you should do that, and she does it, you're getting credits. So basically that situation was like I got credits for the Zoom Revis, I got royalty checks, and that's how I started getting paid from Nike.
Okay.
And that's kind of led me into like understanding the whole design thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so right after that, is that because you came out with the misplaced check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that how you kind of got into that? Or?
Misplaced check, yeah, that was kind of like 3 years later, but I think that was like the end point for me trying to feed ideas and them saying no.
Okay.
Misplaced checks is like a double entendre of getting paid late. So they would always, yeah, if now it makes sense. So misplaced checks, I would always get these emails saying like we misplaced them in the mail. At that time, I was living back in Pittsburgh, and I would still get them late. And then to change a shoe and sell it, if you change a Nike shoe and sell it, you have to change it like 40%. So that's why I added four swooshes altogether.
Okay.
And growing up in Pittsburgh, I called them Nike checks. We never called them swooshes.
Right.
That was the basis.
Just so I can understand, just to be clear on everything. At that point, when you came up with the misplaced checks, Nike gave you like a deal to just design any shoe that they had.
No, right after the Revis situation, we worked on the ones that did well. He was gonna come out with a whole line of apparel. It was gonna be like a whole LeBron, KD, and then I don't know if you know this, but at Nike football, which is only U.S. football, is at the bottom of the totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
Like those athletes don't get paid nowhere near football or soccer. Football worldwide is soccer.
Right.
So Nike football, U.S. football is at the bottom of the totem pole. So the sales did well, but when he got hurt at the Jets when he tore his ACL. We were working on the 2s and they like cut everything. And then when he got traded to Tampa, the market there is like super bad. So as soon as they did, Nike pulled like everything. So for me, that was like giving me like a whole cake and just taking the whole thing from me. I kept like feeding them ideas. So then I started working with Nike ID, and that's when the whole Air Force One, like when I would hit the IDs, Instagram, I would have like 30 days straight of IDs. And go crazy over it. That's kind of what started it.
I see. The misplaced checks was big. It was like what, 2012 or?
Yeah, 13.
13?
No, 2015. I'm tripping.
Okay. Yeah, the misplaced checks was hard.
Yeah, it was like 2014, because that's right when like the Nike ID stuff stopped, and then I would feed them ideas like the misplaced checks, and they would just be like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Is there any?
It's funny now that we bring up misplaced checks again, because everything Nike's doing right now, I look at it like that's kind of what we were doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Props to Virgil, props to all them guys.
Right.
Like the whole classes and changing Air Force Ones. Like we've been doing that 3 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Like how I follow you on Instagram, and I see you linked with the shoe surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
So I see you guys rip shoes apart and whatnot. But that is kind of like what I see Nike doing now. You know what I mean? So you do feel kind of they got that.
I say now that like being ahead of the curve isn't like always the best thing at the end of the day, because you're ahead and then everybody thinks it's whack, and then as soon as everybody jumps on it, that's when it's like you hear music and you're like, I don't like it, but if you hear it on the radio every day, you're like, oh shit, like I like this song.
Yeah.
It's just beating in your head.
Yeah, they just beating in your head, so you like it.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah. Is there any other shoes out there that you like put your creative input behind that people don't know that you can get some credit for?
As far as the Nike stuff now, I mean, after I did the misplaced checks, I did numerous other customs that came out, like the mids, the zip-off sole ones, bunch of other custom stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
What picture was it on your IG when you jumped in the pool? What shoe?
Yeezys.
It was the Yeezys. That tore the internet up.
Yeah.
People were going crazy.
It actually was kind of funny because I was in Miami and they just had came out, and I just got remember when those like them underwater cases came out?
Yeah.
I went and got one of those, and those pictures ended up being like by accident. Like it wasn't, it wasn't like I set it up in there and was like gonna jump in. No one was in there with us or nothing like that. Like a phone was falling on its seat, and it just took a bunch of pictures, and one just turned out good.
Okay. Yeah.
Question: are you gonna come up with your do you have your own store
Online. Yeah.
like physical, like a actual place though?
Nah.
Because I saw you had like a couple of like pop-ups in like LA.
Yeah.
And
It's just I don't know if you know like about like product, but it's just easy for me to put product online, direct consumer. That's always what I've done. If I'm doing good direct consumer, that's cutting out the middleman. So,
right.
I mean, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm in a store in Philly. Gonna be going to Europe, Tokyo, and then I've been meeting with Barney's, so I'll be going into those retailers.
Mhm.
And those are like the high ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really don't need anybody. So you don't need to be in anybody else.
Right.
We're going into a retailer is just like a look nowadays.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I said, I don't know if you know product, but like if you go into Barney's, it's like a net 60. When net 60 is like, you make the whole production. Say they want, just say red, white sole. That's what they pick for like spring. You make all the shoes, you send them to Barney's. They sell them in 60 days. They pay you for them. So
Okay.
it's from net 60. It's kind of like super backwards.
Word.
Yeah.
We just talking about that starts Monday. That's your restaurant
Mm-hmm.
in DC.
Mm-hmm.
When did that open?
I got backtracked because that starts Monday. Started in around like this time last year. My partner Davin, who also owns Premium Co., is real big in like production and clothing. He's like one of the smartest people I know in that area. So I knew that I wanted to do clothes outside of my shoes, but I wanted to do like cut and sew, like good fabrics and stuff like that. So he had Premium Co., and then we had met in Miami, and we basically signed some papers saying this is what we're gonna do. And then we showed the first collection in Vegas. They got like agenda and shit like that, but we showed privately in a hotel room, which ended up being like a super talked about thing, because if you don't show on the floor and you have like a new brand, it's kind of like not being done. So we showed privately. We gave invites out. We showed the collection. It ended up being like really big. And then like maybe a month after that, we had someone reach out to us in DC and was like, we have this space, you guys should do a pop-up. And that's when we brought on my third partner, Scooty. He's like the unofficial mayor of DC. But he was like, let's do a pop-up here. That started in May, and then we ended up signing a lease and ended up being like a full-blown restaurant, retail, and bar. It's been crazy, yeah.
So what kind of food are you guys on serve?
That.
So our chef Redbeard, it's kind of funny, everybody loves Redbeard, but we have our own chef.
Right.
He switches up the menu, but it's all like, it's like boutique. I don't know how to really explain it. Like we have chicken sandwiches on like donuts and stuff like that. It's not the normal stuff. And it's crazy because it's Diet Starts Monday because the food is complete opposite.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, Diet Starts Monday is basically a playoff of like procrastination, because I procrastinated so long in doing a brand. Diet Starts Monday is that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like ever want to open up a sneaker store here in the city, or?
I was going to I think it was like 2014. Just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, I just don't see that. It just doesn't really make sense for me.
Okay.
I did a pop up in Pittsburgh a couple times. I did one at Ace Hotel, which did really well, and then I just did another one randomly.
Mm-hmm.
They always do well, so there's no point in me having like a space here.
Okay.
The markets here is not. Pittsburgh supports me, but I don't think selling $600 shoes is gonna be like a buy from someone like every other day. It's just not gonna happen.
Okay.
I just had the thing in Philly, and there was 80 people in line, and the shoes sold out. So I just couldn't see that in Pittsburgh.
Right.
So what would you say? What cities in the nation are the best markets for shoes?
All the big ones, Nike. I meant New York, Miami, LA, Boston. I like those ones, probably the biggest ones.
Yeah. Was you down Complex Con?
I didn't go, no.
You wasn't down Complex Con?
Nope.
Oh.
I was in LA, but I wasn't at Complex Con.
Have you ever gone to that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I got asked to speak a couple times. I turned it down. but I think I'm gonna do it next year.
You know where I seen you at the Roots Festival in Philly this past summer?
Yeah, I just spoke there.
Yeah, you were with Karen Civil.
Yep.
I was standing in front of you holding up the 412.
Oh,
like,
for real?
Yo.
Yeah,
You see me,
fire.
but yeah. That show. That was
Shit, I would say what's up.
It was like the last time Prodigy performed.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was dope.
Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. That's
Yeah,
so crazy.
Yeah. He died shortly after that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It was dope. But with you having your own shoe, does it get bootlegged at all, or has it been?
Hasn't yet. I don't think it's not really one of the things that can happen.
What about the misplaced checks?
Oh yeah, they have.
Because there's dudes I see with the misplaced checks. I'm like, how'd you get those?
Yeah, my shoe really can't, because like custom stuff is, you're using someone else's shoe and you're customizing it. That's why I have a lot more respect for people that start something on their own.
Right.
Because I can take a Nike shoe and change it, or I could take a hoodie and print on it. But if you're making something from scratch, that's what I have most respect for.
Right.
The shoes, the soles are made from another country. The materials come from Italy. It's made in the USA. So I own the rights to the soles, the air bladder, and that shit took like 2 years to make. So it really can't be.
It can't be.
Nah. I mean, if it did, it would be shit.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty wild to see.
Right. What do you think about how the sneaker game has changed up to where like it's so tough to get the sneakers now for the average guy?
I think that since I'm behind the scenes and I know a little bit more, I think it's all like smoke and mirrors, because all that stuff that they said was Complex Con exclusives are still coming back out. And they did it 2 years in a row. So like them Jordans that were like the gold, white, like they're coming back out. So I think that that's just like the hype aspect of things, and it works. So shit.
Do you like the do you like the raffle system, or do you like the wait online and just the chaos outside the
Or
stores?
it might get shot from.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'm very fortunate that I never had to really do it. Yeah,
Right.
I get shoes sent to me still. So yeah, but as long as people aren't like, this is the other thing too. I'd rather younger kids like resell shoes and be waiting in stores than out there like fighting and selling drugs. So
Right.
I don't think anything with sneakers is bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this game, is there anybody you want to collaborate with or even get game from? Did you look at this still up there, like in the shoe game?
If Andy Warhol was alive.
Right.
Yeah. The shoe game. I mean, I know most of the people that I look up to, and like I said, like Ronnie Five, Virgil, Jerry. Those are people that I know. So there's no one. I mean, yeah. As far as like Nike, like Ken Link just left for Adidas. Mark Dolce just left for Adidas. Those are people that I looked up to when I was younger, as far as like design wise. But there's no one like besides like maybe Raph Simmons. His whole like aesthetic and stuff. But other than that, no.
What can you say like is next for like you overall that you try to obtain or achieve?
I have the 001 now. I'm working on 002, so I'm gonna keep putting out silhouettes under my own brand. Keep building that up. We're gonna do apparel pretty soon for that, and then the Die Starts Monday is gonna be completely separate. I'm probably gonna get into like leather, probably like leather goods, so like backpacks, handbags, stuff like that, wallets and stuff, because it's all made in the same factory. So that's where I want to expand it.
Have you been in any fashion shows?
Oh yeah, I got a fashion week in New York and Paris, so I was just in New York.
How's that for you?
It's good. It's just more like now, as you're a label designer and you have something out and you're going to these stores, Fashion Week is more just about like being seen and going to the events, stuff like that.
Making the connections.
Yeah.
Who would you say is like athlete wise? Who has the best sneaker game athlete wise?
I'm about to say my homie Iman Shumpert.
Shumpert?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not actually signed to no one right now. He took the independent route, so he just wears what he wants.
Okay.
Because like I said, that Nike is not really like, unless you're like, LeBron, someone like that, they're not paying the athletes too much money. Maybe a couple $100,000, which isn't worth you having to wear something.
Do you style them too? Like, do you style athletes and whatnot?
Nah. I mean, no.
Okay.
Not feeling that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any athlete that got a stylist, you can't really say they're stylish.
Right.
Iman doesn't have a stylist.
Okay. Okay. Up next, like in terms of you, I know you came out with the 01, and just following you online and whatnot, I see there's been a lot of hate about the 01, saying that you copied the idea from people, some other guy. And
Someone
whatnot.
just wrote down a picture today.
Yeah, I seen it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? How do you deal with shit like that? Like,
I mean, it was a custom Jordan, so.
Right.
I'm not gonna give these people too much light because I don't give people that hate too much light. But it's a custom Jordan. To say that looks anything like my own shoe, I mean, you would have to literally be an idiot to say that because it's a Jordan.
Right.
I mean, that's like me have my own shoe and you make something like it. It's still not gonna be. If you're using a Jordan, it's a custom Jordan. At the end of the day, that dude made a custom Jordan. He didn't make anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And the hate online, I'm so used to it now. I don't even delete comments anymore. It's just it's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sneaker game, the hate is crazy. Anybody that's just.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's like. That I mean,
I'm not even used to sneaker hate, just in hate in general. It comes with the territory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Is it like a just everybody thing or Pittsburgh thing or the hate?
Worldwide.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just something that if someone connects to you, they connect to you. If they feel what they feel, they do. I can't control how you feel about me. I don't even know you, most likely. And then people always bring up like money and stuff like that, but I never did. I'm not really motivated by money. Money doesn't motivate me. Being creative does. So I'm not doing it for money, although that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So all them comments and shit like that, I really don't pay attention to.
Let me ask you this. So a lot of people who's listening to this episode right now who want to design, who want to be in the fashion realm, design sneakers, whatever, what would you say is like a good piece of advice for them to network, to get exposure to?
In Pittsburgh?
In Pittsburgh or outside of Pittsburgh, or is there a good college, art institute? I don't know.
I mean, you can do it the same way I did, building your social media, because that's free. That's like free marketing. People pay for billboards. Your Instagram is a billboard. What you wear every day is a billboard. I mean, you can use hashtags. You can use @. You can get people to see you if you want them to see you. You know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing is like building your brand, and you can't like skip corners. You know what I'm saying? You got to be different, be creative, and go for it.
Right.
So, quick question: how many shoes you think you got
now?
Yeah,
None.
Really?
What'd you say?
On my own. When I lived in Pittsburgh, I probably had like 3,000 pairs.
3,000 pairs.
Yeah, I had like a big loft and then storage. But when I started my own line, just wear my own shit.
Yeah.
It's rarely that you see me wearing some other stuff, especially Nike. It's probably because I walk around and shit like that. But it's usually something that I'm working on or something I have coming out soon.
What is John Geiger like outside of your own shoe?
As like a person or like
No, in terms of a shoe.
Sneaker wise, outside of like your 01s, what's like your Yeezy guy?
Oh no, I mean it's either, if I'm not wearing those, it's either like I'm working out or like traveling. I mean I wear like the Off-White Vapor Max. I wear those to travel. I wear these to travel. Flyknits to work out in. Other than that, it's about my own shoes.
Right.
Right.
Like I said, at the end of the day, like a walking billboard. If I'm walking around New York and I'm not having my shoes on, people are gonna be like,
Yeah,
and a lot of people have been seeing in your shoes.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I mean, they sell out, so they're somewhere.
Yeah.
Outside of the fashion world, what else? Like, what do you like to do?
I brought up Andy Warhol. I keep bringing him up in interviews because I think a lot of people in Pittsburgh doesn't know he was from here, and there's an Andy Warhol museum here.
Yep.
I'm big in the museums here. They just need to change a little bit. Mattress Factory's fire.
Yeah.
The one on the north.
Yeah. I don't know. Go to the movies.
Yeah.
Talk to girls.
Club? I don't know. I mean, are you a fucking master chef? I don't know. I mean, you got a restaurant. You might be a chef. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's,
you might be a swimmer.
it's
I don't
crazy
know.
because I came home, and I think I haven't been home since July. I probably haven't been home since July, and I try to it's really like nonstop. You know, this month I left Miami on the 3rd, and I went to LA for 11 days, then flew from LAX to London, and I was in London for 4 days. Then from London to Philly, I was there for 3 days. Went to New York for 3 days, and just got to Pittsburgh yesterday. So that's and I don't go back to Miami until next Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's like a whole month.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah. So
Working
that's
back.
so it's whatever I can eat and then get work done. Yeah. I gotta actually chill. I'm trying to chill on trying to enjoy shit, put my phone down and stuff like that, because it's always nonstop.
Right. Chill with the family for the holiday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. What would be your most prized possession, sneaker wise, besides your own shoe? Besides the 01.
I really don't have anything dope anymore because I got rid of everything.
Okay.
So it's either even the Off-White Vapor Max, I got those in Fashion Week for free. I ended up giving them away. The Jordan 1s I gave away.
What size you wear?
12. I mean, these.
Anything you just want to give away for free, just drop them off.
These I got on just because I got them in Philly, and then wearing some running shoes. But
Right.
other than that, like I said, it's not really.
Yeah.
And then if I do have, I think I wear like the Fragment Jordan ones, but they got paint all over them. Like I just could care less anymore about shoes.
Yeah. All
Cool.
right, so
When you're making them, it's kind of like, you want to wear your own shit.
Is your shoe can your shoe be worn on the court, or is it just a high fashion?
It would have been done already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I seen like cats like Arenas. You know,
Yeah.
he was wearing all kind of shit on the court.
I mean, he was wearing like, what the hell was he wearing? I think he actually wore Balenciaga Arenas, which is super wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Tripping.
Those are uncomfortable as
Yeah, I
shit.
mean, Gilbert Arenas probably would wear more on court, but if someone like, let's bring up like Iman, like that's like a jumper defense. He can sky. Him landing in those wouldn't be too well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, New Wave Podcast, John Geiger came through. What's the website, johngeiger.com or John Geiger Co?
Co.com.
John Geiger
And then
Co.
that starts Monday.
That starts Monday.us.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. New Wave Podcast.